Hey everyone, it's Josh here, Soulbush1, doing a release sealed. So we'll start by checking out our rares and seeing how many we can squeeze into the same deck. Ooh, we've got two Sylvan Advocates. That's kind of cool. Nothing busted though. So we've got the two Advocates. We've got Oath, which is like a removal spell, something comparable to something you'd see at common, but a solid common. Duststalker is fine if we end up red-black. It's not going to pull us there too hard, and Death Defiler, big thing with an ability that will play if we're black, but not necessarily going to pull us there. So, well, not the most exciting rares. I mean, Oath of Jace also playable. Sunken Hollows is fixing should we need that. I'm most excited by the two Advocates. But let's just put them all back for now and sort by color, and hopefully we've got some deep solid colors, because yeah, I don't know if we're gonna take over games on the basis of power level of a single card on its own. Doesn't seem to look that way. So taking a look at white first, we've got two isolation zones. That's promising. Though it dries up after that. We've got some solid filler like Sentinels, Spinebinder, Smite the Monsters is going to be fine, especially in sealed, and then not very creature heavy. In multicolor, there's a Draga Auxiliary and a Cliffhaven, which could potentially make the cut, but well, especially since Isolation Zone is not particularly splashable, I think we'll start by hoping we're not going to be white. And moving on to blue here. So blue, I like Blinding Drone quite a bit in sealed, assuming we can find the colorless sources. We've got Harvester. We've got a couple of Avengers. And Roiling Waters I like quite a bit. Oh, we've two Roiling Waters. I like that a lot. So that's a bit of a pull. We've got the Avengers, which are nice if we have enough cheap things to really leverage the surge consistently, and some other fine playables, Horribly Wry, Grip the Royal, and I don't mind playing Negate. So wait, do I not have two Royal? Was that I don't have two Roiling Waters? That was just Moto bugging on me. Okay, so with one Roiling Waters, I'm actually a little less excited about blue. It's certainly playable, but maybe not super exciting. All right, let's take a look at a black. So I see some good removal in black. I see a Grasp of Darkness, an Oblivion Strike, and a Grip. Oh, that's a Translator, but I like Translator too. Huh? I'm lagging a little bit, it seems. And then we have that Dread Defiler, which we'll certainly be pretty happy to play if we're black. And then like Tarsiner's medium removal, like I'm not even sure I love running two of them. We have Malakir Familiar as a solid card. Myers Malice I like running in sealed quite a bit. So actually black looks pretty promising. I just really do like having, we've got two premium removal spells in, well, actually three really. I think Grasp is up there too, as long as it's castable. But Oblivion Strike, Grip are also just, they just deal with anything. Grip deals with two things sometimes. So black looks quite good. Again, it's not super deep like our other colors. Same with our other colors, but I think it's maybe a little bit deeper than white, which offered us the two isolation zones. It just has more creatures that we can play. Like we can play a Slaughter Drone and even a Dominator Drone. And then we'll take a look at what else we've got. So in red, we saw the Oath of Chandra already. We've got two Gambits, which are fine in aggressive decks. I don't mind running one, and even even in a controlling deck, just picking off the X ones, but it's not going to pull us to red. Predator's all right. Yeah, red just doesn't look like it's happening here at all. We do have that Duststalker, which can, if we're going to play black-red, like that would slot in, but it just doesn't look like there's enough going on. Turn against, I think turn against is better than it was before. There's just less of a wide gap between creatures' power and toughness. For turn against to be good, like you need, their best creature to be, ideally something that trades with their second best creature. And that didn't seem to be the case in Battle for Zendikar very often. But like in this format, it seems like you'll just have a bunch of 4/3s and I don't know 4/4s on the table, and you can end up getting better value more consistently out of turn against. So in green, we've got a Seed Guardian, which I like very much. We have the two Advocates, which I'd really would like to play. They're like the perfect 2-drop for a seal deck. We have a Saddleback Lagak. It kind of ends there, which is unfortunate. Like, could play a Loam Larva, could play like a Pulse. We do have a Jiraga Auxiliary. I mean, given that none of our other colors are really exciting either, and now we've gotten to the end of the colors, maybe we still are going to try to pair with green, and we're potentially going to have to do some splashing. The other option is blue-black. If we want to be a 2-color deck, I think blue-black might be our only possible 2-color deck. We should take a look at Colorless though before anything else. We've got some stuff. We've got a Pilgrim's Eye, which almost certainly is going to make our deck. We've got a couple Wardens, a Channeler, and a Pathfinder. These are all playable, not exciting. If we are going to play a 2-color deck, they probably all have to make it. With 2 Timbergorge and a Sunken Hollow, we might be able to, and there's a Holdout Settlement as well. Now, we don't care too much about colorless mana, it seems. If we play the Pathfinder, there's that. If we play a Slaughter Drone, there's that. And if we play blue, I believe there was a Blinding Drone, yes. But that's not a huge need for colorless mana, which is good because we don't have too much. We have Holdout Settlement and a Waste that we could play. I guess this is the Wardens and the Channeler as well. And and a Translator. Okay, we actually have enough. Oh, there's the Defiler also cares. Okay, but there's enough for the colorless cards that we might want to play. So I think the way we start is in green-black. Now we pretty easily get 1 or even 2 splashes if we want to go Loam Larvas. There's even like a Jiraga Auxiliary. Going green, black, white does not give us a way to use our Timbergorgers and Hollow. We do get really powerful removal and a Jiraga Auxiliary if we go white. And we actually get a Cliffhaven Vampires as well if we're going green, black, white. Now, we don't have any life gain, but well, I suppose if we play a Pulse, we have that, but that's just really marginal. It's not repeated source of life gain. There's Dazzling Reflection, but I'm not sure if that's something we're looking for on the splash. Well, I guess with 2 Isolation Zones, it wouldn't be it would be a bit more than just a splash. Another option would be we could just splash black, like Oblivion Strike Defiler. We would lose out on Grip and Grasp. And then in red, because we do have the 2 Timbergorgers, I mean, the only splashable red card's Oath, and it's only marginally splashable. I mean, I guess Turn Against could be. Huh. And I suppose like Duststalker? I don't love a Duststalker splash. Yeah, I mean even though we have the two Timber Gorges, I just don't see the red being a main color or a splash color here. I mean maybe we can play an Oath for close to free. But it's never free. It's never free. It's just another card you could draw and not be able to cast in your opening hand potentially, or you draw your Timber Gorge instead of an untapped land when you need it. It's never really free. And then again there's blue, which does give us some evasion, some very solid evasion. Actually, wondering how something like just like straight 3-color green, blue, black looks. Green gets us our curve. We have a powerful card like Seed Guardian, and Legak looks good if we've got the curve. I want to take a look at green, blue, black here. And we do have the Sunken Hollow, a Holdout Settlement, and 2 Larvas, which if we're gonna be quote unquote splashing Grip of Desolation and Grasp of Darkness, we probably want the Lone Larvas, and they're just bodies early that we could even support on. We only have the 1 support card, I think, but maybe we throw in an auxiliary. All right, let's see how greedy we want to be. Yeah, actually, by that token, we could also just play green, black, white, straight up 3-color. I think it's some really great removal. Actually, I think I might want to look at that first. We don't get the evasion. We get a really nice set of removal, though. Let's take a look at something like this. We have 2 unnatural endurances, which is a fine trick. So how does the curve look here? A pretty interesting pool. It's a really tough one. I wonder if we maybe want to play like, I don't know about Smite. Well, this is a bit tough. Putting like a Ghostly Sentinel. So you get a bit of evasion. Some okay late game. Dread Defiler and Pathfinder. Very good removal. Trying to compare that to what we get out of blue. So blue, the draw to blue over white would be, first of all, we get to use our Sunken Hall, and second of all, we're gonna have less double white, like double colored cards in general. I want to just take a quick look at the blue. I really do like the idea of playing the auxiliary. It's possible we can splash auxiliary even in this deck, but that seems maybe a little bit too greedy. Play Horribly Awry. You can play Anticipate. Definitely want to play Rolling Waters in this deck. So we get some flyers. We get the 2 Avengers, and the Avengers are pretty good. We have a reasonably high density of 2s. Make some use out of a Lone Larva after mana's fixed already. So what do we think of a deck? This, it's a little spread out in colors, but this looks like a deck I'd be happy to play. It's not overly awkward. We have some other options in Anticipate to fill things out. I don't think we need it. I don't mind playing a Slip Through Space. think we need the Wardens. Oath is okay. Negate, I don't mind playing a Negate. I mean, Rolling Waters on the splash is asking a bit much. I do love the card a lot. Maybe Horribly Awry can go. Maybe Blinding Drone. What's her colorless mana gonna look like? I guess we play the Waste with the 2 Lone Larvas. Or we could at least. 3 color with Wastes. There's the Wardens of Geometries. I just don't really want to make room for them. I mean, even in this deck, we do have to cut things. I think Horribly Awry goes. Even if we're gonna be playing a decent amount of blue cards, I want to be. We have to choose a color to be a little less heavy on, and I think that's clearly blue because the Advocates and the Larvas are for the early game. We've got like Grasp and Grip, which while are fine in the late game, they you know, you want to be able to cast them in a timely manner when you need them. So we would still need at least a cut. I think we could get away with 17 lands with Lone Larvas and Pilgrim's Eyes. I do really want to get the Auxiliary in. I think I like this direction though. We can also play a Pulse if there's something, but I kind of just like the cards here. I think maybe Grip. It's just another card. If we're going to be cheating on blue mana a little bit, maybe that's the card that goes. I wouldn't mind getting a Negate in the main. And we're certainly gonna have a lot of options to adjust post board. Could potentially ditch like a Pathfinder here as well. I might just want another big thing. Looks like right now our win cons are like in the air / Defiler, and adding a Pathfinder to that list seems all right. I mean, we have the Advocates that are big, or can be big. Yeah, you know, I'm actually pretty torn between this and the green black white version. I really do like getting the Auxiliary in the deck, and as well as the 2 isolation zones. But the mana is definitely better in this deck, and the power level is still probably there. It's not an overly powerful deck, but I think we're like our power is pretty spread out in our pool, and yeah, we're stuffing a decent amount of the power into both the green blue black and the green black white decks. There's certainly a build that has even more colors. I think there's a way to get Auxiliary into this deck. Maybe not the isolation zones. And blue's a little less powerful than white, but it does have evasion, and it is easier on the mana. So okay, let's go with this. I'll add the lands, and I think we actually do want to play a Waste. So I'm going to cheat a little bit on the blue, but we definitely need more green. I may not be able to fit a Waste in this deck. I gotta hurry up. Yeah, I think we're gonna go Wasteless, though the Blinding Drone gets a lot worse. Gotta submit. Alright, I'm gonna cheat a little bit more. Well, I hope I submitted.